Okay, Coach, a couple thoughts on the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was great to have an opportunity to play a game so we can kind of evaluate where we are. And obviously, I saw and you saw there's a lot of work to be done. But let me first talk about Texas A&M Commerce. Let's get basketball team. I thought those kids came in here with nothing to lose and everything to gain, and they just left everything on the floor. And as I told our guys, when you play a team, they're not playing you, they're playing that tradition. They're playing that Arkansas jersey. You can't look at anybody else's jersey and just think you're going to walk in and you're going to win. So, but with that being said, I was great. It was good to see us in some situations and see how we respond. You know, late in the ball game, Jude goes out, and we got a young ball club out there, and our freshmen are out there leading us, along with a guy like Mardrake's Wade. So again, we get a chance to see some guys under the gun, under pressure, and see how they respond. But I think this game was good for us, and hopefully we get a chance to go to practice and try to get better and get more prepared for this season.
Feel that Madden kind of paid his dues coming off the bench and playing well?
I thought he played well. I thought Kyle has a high basketball IQ. And you can see he's very smooth, he's very versatile, and he's an energy guy. And I thought he was pretty active for the most part the whole game. And did try to go get the game to let it come to him. Was out there really orchestrating guy. You know, when you talk about a guy that played 27 minutes, 18.6 assists, no turnover, 4 rebounds, that's pretty quality minutes there. And so that's what you look for. Mardrake, I thought he did a very good job. Looked like he didn't miss a shot. Just played within himself. But we got to get our forward. I thought Texas A&M Commerce were a lot more physical than we were. They just kind of just pounded us on the glass, and that shouldn't happen in this basketball game. So something we're going to address, and we're going to address quickly. Because again, we make people hurry up and take shots, and you know, to give up 21 offensive rebound, that's not very good. And so that's something we really got to get better at.
How deep would you say your bench is right now, and where would you like it to be ideally by conference?
Well, we still a work in progress. You can see I'm still mixing and matching and just trying to find a combination. You look at a guy like Marshawn, who's been pretty good since he's been here. He didn't play his best. So you got to have a guy like that give you something. Mike Sanchez, he's coming off injury, so but he brings something to the table. He brings a toughness that you got to have. Maybe that negates some of those rebounds that we didn't get. So we got to get those forwards, those guys in the mix. I was glad to see Hunter Mickelson come out and really thought he played a pretty good basketball game. I think Devontae, with the minutes he played, you know, freshmen coming in, and those guys are going to have some depth. So we're still trying to figure out, you know, our identity and the guys that are going to be those guys. So that's what these games are for. So you can kind of identify the guys that are going to be stepping up. So it's kind of like auditioning time. They're still auditioning for it.
Be glad to see how the guys close the game out. It's a 4-point game there with 6-something left, and then you guys went on a big run.
Well, that's been the makeup of our team wherever we've been. You know, you want to finish strong, and I thought we finished strong. I thought we executed going down the stretch offensively, and I thought we did a good job of defensively. You know, they made some shots. They made some long shots, but at the same time, I thought we did a better job of really just sticking with our people and just only giving them one shot going down the stretch.
You know, I know you said earlier you're looking for shooters. I mean, perimeter guys. I know it's just one game, but how do you feel about Wade and Madden? They were 6 out of 7 on threes. I mean, do you feel like those guys maybe could be the answer that you're?
Well, that's one game. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. I think we can be hopefully a good shooting team. You take good shots, hopefully you'll make them. So again, I just think we got to get our forwards. They got to get more involved. We got to get more than 8 points out of Marvell and Marshawn. They're going to be guys getting minutes. They got to give us more than that. But I think the beauty of it is you get a guy like Hunter coming off the bench giving you some quality minutes. I thought Devontae came and gave us some quality minutes. So this is a team that it's going to be different guys on different nights. You saw Kai and Mardrake's play well tonight. I think you're going to see some other guys. I thought Ricky was pretty solid while he was out there. We just got to continue to work and get better defensively. I just thought we had some assignments that were blown, and they exposed us at times.
You think Marshawn is kind of guy, you know, he got 4 fouls. Do you think he just kind of trouble getting on track now, or what do you think was going on?
I think that has a lot to do with it. I mean, he got kind of a little tender. I mean, I thought he was trying not to foul. So it's just like anything else. When you try not to do something, you end up doing it. But we know he's better than that. He's been, in practice, he's been playing pretty good. So it's just a matter of getting to the game. It's early in the year, and so we just continue to find out a little bit more about ourselves each and every game.
I think he had like 12 assists on 14 field goals in the first half, 22 assists in the game. What did you just think of the ball movement overall?
I thought at times it was good. Then I thought at times I didn't think we had the real up-tempo pace in the first half. I really did. I thought in the second half, you saw more guys getting the ball to the baseline and getting to the basket. I thought we settled a little bit more. But we want to be a team that's going to share the basketball. 22 assists, that should be the norm, if not more, for our basketball team.
What do you think of Ulysses? He had pretty, good numbers.
I thought Jude played with them himself. He got cramped up there at the end. He's a guy that we're going to have to count on. I think he can be a solid force at that time, especially with his defensive intensity. Again, that's where we've got to really get better at. And that is, they scored 80 points, and I just feel we got to be a lot better defensively, especially for the teams that we're going to play in the future.
His injury just cramps, no.
Yeah, I think it was more just a cramp. He cramped up a little bit. And again, you talk about game type situations. That's why I said we're a team that's getting even in hopefully game shape. This here helps us get into more of a game shape.
The way you guys, travel, a lot of times maybe you're going to get out rebounded, but I'm not, like you said, 19. What do you guys got to do in your style to get?
I think we got to get people in the paint area. I don't think it was more just us trapping and those kind of things. I think it was just guys going and getting the basketball, putting bodies on people. I mean, I saw a couple of times where a guy got the ball and we had guys standing outside the paint. And so that's something we addressed, and we're going to really address it. We're going to be a team that's we're going to bang. We're going to get some boards.
Do you think it was more of a focus thing?
I think so. Again, I don't know what it was. It wasn't where it should have been tonight.
And Coach Richardson was in the stands, a lot of plays. Joe Johnson was here, a lot of former Razorbacks. What does that mean to you?
Always great to see the building alive, man. It's great to see those people in here. That's Razorback tradition. That's what this program was built on. We gathered that. Those type of players, those type of people, and it's great to see them come back and enjoy, things that they started. Enjoy being in the atmosphere. So I think that's a good sign.
What was the experience like for you? You talked about your players getting that first experience. What was it like for you, coming out in that first game experience here?
Well, I guess, I always say when the game first started, guys come out, they got the nerves going and all that, and you got to go and get the sweat going and all that stuff. And I guess for me, more so, just trying to get the guys to go out and try to do the things we've been doing in practice. I thought they were anxious. I thought the nerves were going. And so I guess my feeling was to get them settled down more than anything else. But, it's a place I've been on the sideline, but not in that capacity. So I guess when you're in the moment, you don't really have time to even think like that. So we're in a battle, we're in a contest, and we're just trying to figure out, how we can win it. That's the bottom line, and we did.
How do you think Sanchez looked? After being limited so
Oh, I think he looked like a guy that hadn't practiced in a while, hadn't played in a while. He's going to give us that physical. So I think he just needs some more practice, some more repetition, as well as our other guys. I think they just need some more practice time and some repetition in games. So next game he'll play a little bit more. He played tonight 7 minutes. You're talking about a guy that's probably practiced 2 days. And so that tells you a lot about him coming out in a game of this magnitude and just giving us the effort. I like the way we finished up. I really did. I thought we had a lot more energy than A&M Commerce going down the stretch. And that means we got to continue to develop that depth. And you look at it, it was not the guys that started out that was on the floor. And I think the strongest component of this team is going to be our bench. Guys coming in and giving us effort, giving us energy. And not only that, they get a chance to sit there and watch and see what's going on. And I think that's a big, big key for the guys. So now they know what to do when they get out there, and I thought they did a good job of going out and carrying out the game.
Anything
Are you
else?
satisfied with the full court press, the amount of turnovers you guys were able to create?
I think, to me, it's not necessarily just the turnover. To me, it's making stops, making them shoot a low field goal percentage. And in the first half, I think they had 15 turnovers. So that tells you they did a better job in the second half. But I thought we kind of gambled too much. And that's the thing about, when you do extend your defense is, guys, young guys especially, they get one or two steals, they're gonna try to get that third, that fourth one, that fifth one, before you know it, they're out of position. And those are the things we're gonna have to learn, when to make the adjustment, when to and when not to. And you can emulate it, try to do it in practice, and then simulate it in practice, and hopefully you can take it to the game. But as you go in the game now, I can go and we can watch film now. Okay, you can see now. Okay, we don't have any pressure on the ball. This is not a good trap. Here we're missing a sign. We didn't rotate over to fix it. We even had a couple of charges, which is good to see, because they're trying. I think they're trying, and you'll see this team just really evolve right before your eyes. And I think the great thing about us tonight is you got a chance to see some of the young guys that have some talent, and we'll just see if we can just continue to get them better and get them more involved in what we're doing and get them more in tune to what we're doing, and we'll become a real solid basketball team.
Think about Desmond King. I mean, 19 boards, 24 points. He's a pretty good D2 player.
Well, again, those guys, I mean, you can't look at guys where they come from nowadays. Everybody has good players. I mean, all you got to do is look around in college basketball. So that team won 18 games. They had a lot of veteran players on that team. They had a lot of seniors on that team. And so that's why I say that's a good basketball team for us to open up with. And that can only help us. But he was active, he was strong, he was really carving out space up under the basket, getting offensive rebound. And that's what we've got to have guys do, carve out space, as opposed to just trying to use your athletic ability. You got to carve out some space and get to that ball. And I think we got some guys that will be able to do. I think a guy like Devontae, he should be a guy to get us some rebound. Hunter, some rebound. Marshawn, I mean, he should be a guy that could get us hopefully double figures of rebound. So again, it's early on, but we'll get better each and every game.
That deal, like looking at the film, you can say, hey, look at what this King kid's doing. You need to do that. Is that a teaching point for you?
They'll see it. They'll get a chance to see it. When I talk about guys being aggressive and attacking, they'll see it. And they'll see themselves on the outside looking in.
Anything else? Great.